Uh, right, welcome to another episode of the Queer Gossip Podcast, episode number 41. Um, if those of you who don't know, because I forgot to post, but we've just
Mhm.
hit our well, not just a few days ago hit our 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
we will be doing a separate another episode on that to celebrate it. But
yeah.
obviously, we're gonna
Like a
do our
proper clip
usual,
show.
yeah, gonna do our usual
Yeah.
nonsense, if you want to call it that.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Um,
So we're gonna get right into it. But on Monday, there's gonna be a bonus episode where we're gonna be
yeah,
talking to. Well, I'm not gonna be talking. I'll be moderating it, and I'll chime in here and there. But on Monday's episode, we'll be talking to the Mary Chew.
yeah,
Um, because apparently um she believes the cast report, and so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So you're gonna
yeah.
see
That's the
that,
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
yeah. So you're gonna see that
Uh,
if it airs.
yeah.
Um, well, yeah,
Uh,
well, yeah. I've
I'm going to
been
see.
having a conversation with her. Who else? Oh, Kevin Lester has uh popped up on my feed again. That teacher that we covered.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Um,
that fucker.
yeah. Um,
Oh
and
yeah,
on his, actually, let me put it up because Andy Yamashiro, who I follow, sent me a link to um Kevin's GoFundMe. Uh, yeah, By the way,
yeah.
anyone who donates money to Kevin Lester clearly doesn't understand the whole scenario. He's just twisting it to suit his narrative.
Well, they
So
are extremely racist,
yeah,
transphobic cunts.
yeah.
By the way, quick thing. These are the fucking shoes I'm wearing right now. By the way. I'm 2 meters now. I don't know what that is in feet, but I think it's like 6 feet. I'm 6 feet right now. I'm,
Yeah, you're six foot
I'm
two.
extremely tall in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Uh,
I'm now 10 centimeters longer than that, and like it's like being a giant.
yeah. Um, he has a GoFundMe called Fight Transgender Madness in the Education System. But the reason why Andy Yamashiro pointed this out to me is because he did an update where he libelously and defamatory made defamatory comments calling Andy falsely a paedophile.
Didn't he like get fucked over this like before? Like this thing? Isn't he one of those?
He's the one who got sacked because he
Yeah, like
refused
why would he
to.
continue?
Well, apparently he's continuing on with his fight because he's got a tribunal coming up with the
Oh
with
yeah.
the DBS. But yeah, he's falsely accusing Andy Yamashiro of being a paedophile in his updated GoFundMe. So
Okay.
again, if anyone donates to it, then you're a dick. But anyway, so yeah, I've been having fun with him.
Yeah. Now you can
Um,
actually see how fucking tall I am.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
will headbutt door frames. I'm sorry. I'm kind of mesmerized by this. But yeah, I remember them. That's actually like the first. It's not him, but it is like another one of those. In the clip show that I've made, like the first clip is me just telling about like one of his friends, like that cunt Keith I'm talking about, and I think that's like a friend of him who I ended up in a fight with once.
yeah, they're all, know, when
Yeah, they're all
when,
buddy buddy, but
yeah,
that's that's when I say, why do you even care? You're going to be dead in 5 years. I looked saw your profile picture. Uh,
yeah. But oh well, oh well. I mean, listen,
yeah,
I've had, I've,
I
I've,
am.
I've had this, I've had someone like, trying to defend him, and it's like it's not going to work. But yeah, I've been,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say arguing because Kevin is a 60-plus-year-old man who clearly is being captured. He's way out of his depth. Um, and
yeah,
so, yeah, but that's that's that on that. But all in all,
yeah,
apart from that, has been quiet on my end.
yeah,
Apart from the usual from Mary Sue, who
yeah,
doesn't seem to understand that just because, and I don't know her backstory, but let's say she regretted her transition. Right,
yeah.
okay, fair enough. I completely understand that. Right, but you can't then make a blanket statement and say that's going to happen to all children. But anyway, that's a spoiler. We're gonna wait and see
Oh yeah, we're
how
going to
that
have fun with
interview
that one.
turns out because I have a funny
I'm
feeling
actually,
that it's
yeah.
probably not going to go well um for her. But
Oh no, I'm
listen,
going to. Um, yeah, no, it won't. Like I have a, I have a bullshit tolerance. And when that runs out, that will be noticeable.
yeah,
I'll be as professional as possible at the start of it, but like
yeah,
make no mistakes, I'm still not like treating this as a debatable topic. The
no,
lives of people I love and me is not a debate topic. It is now it's me just schooling a bitch.
yeah. It's like obviously you've seen it, but I sent you what you wanted to discuss or present.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Fuck me, I'm actually going to have to read that bloody shit.
and if she says,
Uh,
and I haven't told her, not that and that's not me giving you an advantage or anything. That's just relaying to you what she wants to talk about, and then
yeah, and
we're going to
and
take
like
on there.
she knows she's going to be she knows she's going to be talking to me. She knows she'll be debating me, right?
Yeah,
And so yeah, like giving me the actual like topic of discussion isn't
no,
that's not giving me a head. That's like what you do in a debate, actually.
yeah, but
And like I'm kind of pumped to
yeah,
I want to do something. I'm thinking kind of like, should I now show that I am extremely rhetorically competent, or should I keep being the bitch that I am? Like, I genuinely don't know which one it's going to be. Like, because do you want to know how fucking rhetorically competent I am?
yeah, sure,
I have this thing when I have ninth graders. I have this thing where the entire class will debate me, and they choose the topic, and they choose what opinion I defend or like reject. So they can choose that I'm anti anything. They can choose that I'm pro anything. And the motherfuckers 1 year shows pedophilia,
right,
and I won that fucking debate for the simple reason that they didn't think of the fact that motherfucker, you didn't say active pedophilia. I can just talk about the emotions. And then I locked them into that. And then I won just like basically on my first statement. like this is without ever having to defend like anything disgusting. Like I gotta say, ballsy move from that like class. There's a rule during that like lesson, like no fucking cell phones, because
Yeah.
if like, but yeah, like that's because this is what I've done like for my entire fucking life, and like finding logical errors and shit is what I'm good at. I think it might be. Oh god, it's almost. Oh, it's finished rendering. So we're going to be like, because it is our 1 year anniversary. Or as I say in the video, or like I write it at one point, our first year our first year as servants of chaos, I think,
Yeah.
is how I put it. Also, like Max, the title is Max's anathema. Anathema is a wicked prayer. It's like cursing someone, putting an anathema on them. Max's anathema, and the only reason that it's called Max's anathema is because I think it's really, really funny to write Max's and like actually write out the S.
Yeah.
Like the possessive S. Like that's the whole reason, because it's so fucking redundant. So, no, okay. I'm just no need to what uh what anniversary, yeah, the Max's anathema. I just need to, okay, that was porn. why, why did VLC have like porn just loaded up? Now we go. I also really like fucking loved that first fucking I sent you the first second of it. Like that's the
Yeah.
first second of one of our episodes. I just noticed me just having it in my mouth and like dropping it.
Yeah.
Because I dropped my like, and I don't know why. I just that I love that shit so much. Share. Now I like okay. Uh, I think that should work. Can you see like
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
yeah is yeah
Yeah.
no oh yeah, my name was the Max Attack Stack. Jesus fucking Christ. I looked hot then. Okay. Now we're ready. I'm hoping the sound will work as well, but
Is it playing on your end?
yeah. Is it on you?
No, I've just got a white screen
Oh
on
Jesus
my
fucking
end.
Christ.
Um,
I'm
it
sorry.
was no, it
You're
was
scared.
it was playing, but then it just went to a white screen.
Yeah, my screen sharing is paused, it seems. I don't know why.
Um,
Yeah, now I can see how it looks.
you can always send it to me, and I'll try and see if it works on my end or whatever.
Yeah, I might
Um,
just do that. I'm
Well, yeah, it's
Okay,
not because you know, whenever I've shared a video like we did in our previous episode, it works fine, and you've done that before, and it's worked fine. So I don't know why it's messing up. Um, but yeah, while you do that, I thought up of a not that we need protecting with what we say, but um
do you hear it now?
I hear play.
Yeah, yeah. It's like 8 pages.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Should we should just go, we should just keep going from here though, because like this, the only thing that I've said really is that like my boyfriend left
Yeah,
for like 19 hours and like didn't respond.
yeah,
Um and that wasn't like revenge. 19 hours. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
weren't sick for 19 hours. And then it turns out he just gave his kid his phone and he forgot to turn the notifications back on for WhatsApp. My only response at first was just, I might actually kill you. And then he came here on Saturday and I forced him to listen to everything I had written down while in the panicked state.
This is the cruelest
Which
shit I've
was
ever
like
done to me.
8 pages. And that wasn't like revenge or anything. That was just a good punchline. For me, for him, it kind of sucks. But then again, for me, those 19 hours. Like, other than that, it's been like fine. I've been grading papers and stuff. Like sometimes I remember that I actually am a teacher and I actually do like proper work sometimes. I made an entire class once agree with fucking cannibalism. That cannibalism, once you've removed all the like ethics and stuff, cannibalism is actually more ethical than eating animals. I'm not a vegetarian, by the way. I just wanted to see if I could pull this off. So like, if I ever get a chance to eat human, I absolutely will. I'm the bad person, but then again, that's my brand. Like, I get away with so much shit just by having it as a brand that I'm a terrible person. Just life hack, by the way. I shot like 2 hours of video where I just tell him I want him to have a stroke, and like I'm trying to find useful footage in it, but I'm so fucking sleep deprived that I'm barely making sense. I need to do a supercut of my weirdest moments because there's a point where I don't know if I'm responding to something that I've said or something that is in the tweet or whatever, but I'm just whispering. Or you take it up with the admin or whoever and say, I have a bit of a concern, but you do it quietly. You don't humiliate a student when that student has asked you. And
You're going to notice the precise moment where I get
every
bored
other teacher and all of the staff.
while editing, because that's when the weird stuff.
My pronouns. Oh, I don't want to be called this name because it's like, it's weird. Can you call me this instead? I'm like, yeah, of course, because I'm not a fucking monster. And you are the people who say that we're supposed to teach. Why don't you do that instead? Why don't you focus on your subject instead of this fucking shit? Do you know what I do? I talk barely anything about it. I talk about Swedish because Swedish is my fucking subject because I'm a fucking teacher. But it's like, it's good that these people are dying off. Like, that's a positive. That's a net positive. Because he's a net negative on the world. That kind of rhetoric is like why I wanted to die for a bit when I was a kid. Like, fuck you.
This sounds like a compliment, but it's definitely not, because what I'm basically saying is they've grown to be bigger shitheads. Fuck them all. Like, her fucking cornrows, blackface bullshit was stellar move, you fucking cunt. What did you say?
Because you're not backing
like
down.
This podcast is actually my main channel for news about trans people.
Yeah.
Which is fucking sad, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a difference between learning sexual health and like learning, I don't know, about fisting. Like the fucking world of difference there. I learned
Yeah.
about sex through porn, and now I have to beat people to get off.
But-
My favorite game series of all time is Dark Souls. I have no problem with either bugs or frame rate issues. I fucking hate
Yeah.
it as well because like 1984 is such a shit book. I'm sorry, I'm gonna come out and say that. I don't remember the name of any fucking character in that book because
You
there
see-
are no characters. It's not a book, it's a fucking thesis. I'm going to be putting so much fucking shit into my body during the summer, so I need like a month. Like, I don't want to die from a cocaine overdose this
And I
summer.
didn't.
People have once again started thinking that I'm an angry person. Which,
I
like,
get that.
I'm, yeah, no, but I'm aggressive. Saying don't throw fetuses in abortion clinic, it's clearly a fucking joke.
That's the worst thing I've ever done.
One person called me defensive once, and I corrected them and just said, no, I'm not defensive, I'm offensive.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah. Made an equal pass by Max and Torin, who totally shares the blame for this fucking travesty. See you soon, you slack-jawed cunts.
Yeah.
So that was. I'm going to stop screen sharing now.
Yeah. That was
Good.
yeah. Especially the part with the baby sound. That was hilarious.
Oh, that's actually like that. That was actually like I cannot send this without like giving a warning. Like this is actually like that's I think it's funny as shit
Yeah.
because it's just like and I also think the fucking meat grinder
Yeah.
sneaking up on the fetus at the ending, and also me just saying that we share equal blames for the video. Like
Yeah.
those parts are really funny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish this, and it's going to be pretty much feature length. And I actually have a bunch of like you as well that I'm going to add.
Yeah, because yeah, there are a few moments where I kind of lost it, so that'll be fun. to
Oh
look
yeah,
back
yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. That the time you actually tell people to kill themselves, like that's bi-weekly for me.
yeah,
Bi-weekly, what the fuck? That's weekly. But also there's one thing where you are really fucking funny as well. Like you are funny. Like I
Yeah.
laugh. Like okay, like I wouldn't be doing this if I couldn't laugh at you, like
Yeah.
with you, like
Exactly,
if
yeah.
you couldn't make me laugh. But there are some. There's like one point where you break me, and then there's also the you trying to read on while I am like corpsing in the background because like the Dylan Mulvaney shit, which is
yeah,
that goes on for like 5 minutes.
yeah,
Like me just not being able to because I don't know. So that's funny, and I think I'm kind of that's where I will end the entire thing on.
yeah,
But yeah. So I've been like trolling for bits, and it's justifiable for me to just use myself when it's like 2 minutes
yeah,
because then like yeah, I am the person who says the most outrageous bullshit out of the two of us because I talk like that.
Yeah.
Like I say, don't throw fetuses in an abortion clinic is my way of saying don't throw stones in glass houses.
Yeah.
But like this will be like past 40 minutes. This will need to be a YouTube upload.
yeah. So yeah, as I said about before, we enjoyed that moment.
Yeah.
Not that we need to protect ourselves with what we say because it's our show, but I thought I'd put a disclaimer just in case some people get butthurt. So the disclaimer going forward: the Queer Gossip Podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. The views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views of the hosts or any associated entities. We strive to provide accurate and respectful content. I might have to remove the respectful part, but errors or omissions may occur. Please
Um,
note that the content of this podcast may contain adult themes, strong language, and discussions of sensitive topics. Listener discretion is advised.
then, yeah, I like that. I kind of thought we had one of those. I've just kind of been running off.
Yeah.
I am the viewer discretion. No, but like, that's good. Like, people can't complain, and also like, this actually helps me because I've been kind of like, what if someone from my job finds this podcast, and like me just copious amounts of drug references and bullshit. And I've kind of like just decided that, oh, I'm playing a character.
Mm.
She said on the podcast, this is also a part of that character. Don't fire me.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
like,
from now,
but yeah,
from now on, I'll repeat that discretion. I'll repeat that discretion every time until I'm able to find a way of being able to put up a screen with a text before the start when I'm editing, because I know what I'm like, because I'm still getting used to the editing, not that I do much. But yeah, that will
good.
go up every episode going forward, just to as an added layer of protection for both of us. Not that we really care, but because of your work, like just putting it out there.
Yeah, I've said litigious shit on here.
Yeah, but I'm
Like,
sure. Yeah, but I'm sure that we'll get even more. It'll just be more and more as we go on, because I'm sure that when we reach season 2, it'll just jump. We'll just go into chaos mode.
oh yeah.
And
Like,
we won't give a shit.
I'm still reining myself in.
Yeah.
No, but it's so cute. Like me, I've gone back and like listened to the first episodes we did now. I'm so cute. I'm desperately trying to not like be too offensive
Yeah.
or like too out there, and like to make sure that like everybody, I constantly make sure that everybody gets the bit, like, um, because yeah, like, I'm not a great person. I'm not going to pretend like that because I don't know what that fucking concept means.
Yeah.
But what I am is I am like I genuinely don't want to hurt people. But I think like first and foremost, like half of the shit that I say is so fucking outrageous that needs to be a joke.
Yeah.
uh, but it's so cute to just see me like sort of explain that part of me. And
Yeah.
also like, no, I'm an intelligent, I promise, guys. I'm an academic.
Yeah. It's like that's the thing though. Right? I mean, it was mentioned in that clip in that small clip that you showed. You
Yeah,
get like people assume that you're angry, and likewise with me, like no, like
yeah.
yes, we have a sailor's we swear a lot. That's part of us. We
Oh,
have a sailor's mouth. Like
that's what you meant.
yeah, like
I genuinely thought you meant I get that people get that I'm angry, think that I am angry,
right. So
which I thought was hilarious, actually.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I get that.
if I say to someone, just in casual, you know, I'm right. Oh fuck off.
Yeah,
That's not me being angry, right, or aggressive. I'm just telling you to fuck off, right?
yeah, and I
No,
think swearing
that's
is like
me.
hilarious.
Yeah, and I've told people that I've given people the warning, like just
Uh,
know that I do swear a lot. like if you're gonna be so fucking fragile and pathetic by someone swearing, first of all, you need to grow up. Secondly, you need to fucking have a thicker skin
Yeah.
because I'm sorry, right? It's called using the English language.
Yeah, and like I get that a lot. Like it's so funny when they do that to me, by the way. Like swearing is uh a sign of poor vocabulary. Yeah, I have a poor vocabulary. Like that's a myth, by the way. Like
Yeah,
stop believing everything your parents told you, you fucking dork. Uh, like, do you think you also get like cramps if you swim half an hour after you've eaten? No, fucking your mom just wanted some comb, you dipshit. You fucking fool.
yeah. You know, and
And
it's
then like
like,
believe that.
yeah, it's like I've had people, mainly on Twitter because they're trolls, saying, you know, I had this one person, this was like weeks and weeks ago, saying that I sound like as if I'm stoned. And it's like, oh, well, first of all, the joke is on you because I don't do drugs. Not that I,
No, that's me.
not that I
Like,
give a shit. Secondly, I can't help the way I sound. This is how my voice
yeah,
sounds. Like, like, because I have a thick skin and I'm not fragile, that's not going to give me a complex. But if you told that to someone
no,
else, they would have a complex over the way they sound.
yeah,
And I said to this person, I said, listen, if you don't like listening to our podcast, then fuck off.
yeah.
I'm not gonna change my
At what
voice.
point have we catered to our listeners?
Yeah. I'm not gonna change my voice or change how the way I speak just to appease you. No.
No. And like, I don't know. Uh,
You know,
if
people are
you're
so
if you're a
fucking
bit mellow,
yeah,
that kind of works because I'm here like shouty, like
yeah,
fucking freak out. I'm sitting here like freakers.
yeah. It's like yeah, yeah, but
Yeah. But I
but
realized like I do really fucking like our show. Like
yeah,
doing this, like re-editing this together, like
yeah,
and I'm thinking I'm probably going to like because I was thinking of like editing together like shorter versions of more of an edited versions of the episodes, and I think I'll do that at some point.
yeah,
But more than that, I'll just keep. I think I would like to do a longer highlight reel just for every episode,
yeah,
like 10 to 15 minutes.
yeah. And I want to make this very clear, and so for everyone who watches and listens, and do you know that we very much appreciate everyone who listens, right? We do appreciate that, but remember this going forward. We may
Yeah.
joke around, we may talk shit, like shit. We also talk about important topics.
Yeah,
But every week, this is a time for us to catch up. If we're struggling with something, it's a place where we can talk, you know, air our feelings and all of that. So,
and it's really fucking valuable stuff.
and yeah,
Like
it's
because
valuable.
and also
So,
like we barely this like I don't know I don't think people really understand how little contact we have outside
exactly.
of this one. Which is
Yeah,
how I am with all like my friends as well. Like I'd never speak to them
yeah,
if I don't meet them.
yeah, I'm the same
Because
way.
mostly when I'm like sitting here, mostly just like sitting in my little cave doing my
Yeah,
weird art shit.
yeah. So I just wanted to let that be known
Yeah,
from here on in. That you know,
and also
yes, that if you could put up with the nonsense and the bullshit from us, right, then please know in the back of your mind that this is also our time to connect once a week. Because
yeah,
because like Max has just said, outside of this, we barely talk
yeah.
outside of this. So just bear that
Which
in
is how
mind.
I am. Like
And if
I'm
you
not
still
that
want,
social.
yeah, and if you still want to be a dick, then you can fuck off.
Yeah,
It's that simple.
and also like we deal with fucking heavy topics.
Yeah. Which
Like
is why which is
there are
why,
moments where I like
yeah,
I have an extremely thick skin, but there are moments where I'm like visibly shaken by shit that we're talking about, or like I'm
yeah,
this like the darkest running gag in like podcast history, where I'm just like, uh, please no dead kids today,
yeah,
and like because children are my soft spot, and
yeah,
like
which is
I
why,
need to be able to joke about it because
yeah,
otherwise I couldn't do this.
yeah, exactly. Which is why we added another element, which is why once a week we cover topics.
Yeah.
Once a week we talk about a book. We talked about Cecil B. Demented, which I watched in French. Um, so yeah,
That's
we're
still
gonna do
fucking.
that.
Oh yeah, that's one of those that I'm definitely going to like put in because
Yeah,
that it's so fucking funny also because you just like hit record the second before you said that, and then it's just silence from me just staying like what? But yeah, like no, I'm not going to. Also, like I speak in comedy. Like I don't. I'm not trying to be funny. I speak in a way that makes me funny.
yeah,
That's the way that I like word phrase myself, and like um I don't know.
yeah. And
It, I don't
believe
know
me,
what do we do if I couldn't do that.
yeah, and believe me, guys. I am actually funny. But you know,
Oh yeah,
the
you are.
despite the few moments where I completely lost it, don't worry, they will rear their heads again at some point. I'm sure where I'll lose it.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
funny. Like, I do have a sense of humor. It might not sound like I do, but I
You're
do.
kind of, but you like that's unfair to you because like you're running a podcast with a fucking clown.
Listen, that was my
Like
choice.
I am,
Like
I'm. Yeah, I know,
I
but like,
specifically asked for someone to join me,
yeah, I know.
and this is what you get. Like we clicked, and we're still clicking.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
also
and
you got to remember,
I think our dynamic works great,
yeah,
but
we're still
I don't
getting
know like
listeners as well.
if
So
if you like because like I'm a person who thinks like basically entirely throughout my day in weird senses in my weird sense of humor, like everything that I do. Like that was me trying to do, I wasn't trying to do something that was like insanely dark and funny in that
yeah,
I tried to like add visuals to like add a bit of flair, and then I like added Belladonna's bitch fist when I said I do think like the funniest thing in that video is actually like when I open my hands. It's like there are spans to fisting, and then it just pops up a bunch of Belladonna bitch fists. Um, that's that might be the funniest gag I've ever done.
yeah,
Uh, but like that's just how I uh, am, and like
yeah,
most people aren't. So like no matter where, like place me in a context, I am going to be the like funny person, or like the mean-spirited person, or both. Uh, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, if we both had my energy, I don't really know how this would work.
uh,
But yeah, you're really funny,
yeah, and I try
and
and I try,
I never laugh out of courtesy because I think humor is so important to laugh to
yeah,
be nice. Like I never laugh to be nice, which you can notice. Like, um, it was someone who like I think it was a guest who like said something and it didn't land and I just didn't react really.
yeah,
Which is like because I can't do it. I don't know. Like
yeah. We're not gonna,
humor is too important to me to
yeah.
be faking a laughter.
Yeah, the one thing that we will never do on this podcast, and you will never see from me, and I will never do this. You will never get a forced laughter or forced anything out of me. Never.
No.
Like if I don't laugh at your joke, it's not because I think it's shit. well, it might be, but or
Yeah, it might
like Matt
be.
said, I just didn't get it, or it could also be that you're not that funny.
Yeah. And also like if we we did this for 2 hours straight with kind of a semi-fucked connection sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, like sometimes the joke doesn't land.
no,
And sometimes there is miscommunication, and that's like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Who cares? And also, like, who cares if someone else doesn't like your joke?
exactly.
As long as you do it.
Yeah,
Like, I joke to make myself giggle, and sometimes to make my boyfriend giggle as well. And like, yeah, to make other people laugh, like that's fun as well. Like, yeah, I like to do it, and I'm fairly good at it as well. But that is one of those, like, as a teacher, that I get a lot. Like, why are you okay with having, because I have so fucking long uh, uh I have such long what's it good where I speak lectures. I have such long lectures. Like the usual for teachers here is like 10 minutes at the start of a lesson to tell them what they're going to do. I either don't have a lecture and just let them like get back into their work, or it will probably take the entire class. Like it will take the entire lesson. Like I have they run up to 3 hours, and I've never heard complaints about me, but I have heard complaints about my colleagues who have done 20 minutes, and it's like, but what's the fucking difference? Like you're funny.
yeah.
Um,
If you can carry a lecture, if you can carry a room full of students, adult professionals, whichever setting, if you can carry that and
yeah,
you've got a humour, then like you said, it doesn't matter how long it takes.
yeah,
There's no length, there's no limit to a lecture. It could be 5 minutes,
yeah.
it could be 10, it could be 20, it could be like any. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I need to like start charging them because they're clearly going to my stand-up gigs for free.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that being said,
Oh
uh
yeah, we have like stories and stuff.
yeah, we're gonna zip through these because obviously,
Yeah,
we're gonna be
I'm
back
sorry.
in.
It's a 1 year.
Yeah,
We can we can be
yeah,
a
we're
bit
gonna
indulgent.
yeah, we can keep this, we can getting a bit tongue tied. We can resume this in next week's one because obviously
Yeah.
Monday will just be a complete fucking shit show. Depends
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
on how amenable Mary will be. But yeah, our first one is a former Tory MP called Miriam Cates um calls sex education a psychological experiment that should be axed. Okay, so you don't
No,
want
it's not.
kids learning about sex education then. Okay, fair enough. What a
Of
dum
course,
dum.
they never do that. But like,
Yeah.
well, how is it? Can you tell me how?
Uh, blah, blah, blah. Kate, who lost the South Yorkshire seat of Penistone. Okay, so
Oh, so she's a
Pena. So
fucking loser as well.
yeah, so she lost the Yorkshire seat of Penistone or Penistone and stopped school. Okay. So Labour's Mary Tidball at the general election has once again railed against LGBTQ plus inclusivity in schools. The former Tory MP who lobbied to shelve a long-promised ban on trans-inclusive conversion therapy opposed protections for transgender people and criticised woke culture. During her 5 years in the House of Commons, was speaking during a fringe event at the Tory Party conference in Birmingham, where I'm originally from. Uh, asked about safeguarding issues at schools. She responds, sex education is a psychological experiment because who knows what teachers say about what is and isn't morally acceptable. First of all, teachers don't do that. Because
No.
I have teachers in my family, and it's like, no, they teach what is in the curriculum. So
Yeah.
what is and isn't morally acceptable sexually is going to do to a generation of children. Well, it's not going to do anything. It's going to teach them. Also, let's just
Everything is morally acceptable as long as it's with consent.
yeah, and also let's like air out this myth, right? Because I hear people say, "Oh, our kids aren't having sex." How well do you know your kids? Like, see, like honestly,
Yeah.
like yes, like depending on like yes, they say kids aren't having sex, and when I say kids, I mean kids that are between. Because I've seen it. Because I've seen where
Also, sex education in younger ages
yeah, right.
are
So
meant to help them not get raped.
yeah, and it's like kids will obviously have sex.
This is a fucking
Like I've
disgusting.
seen it. I've seen little children have kids. It happens.
Yeah.
Right. That's not the fault of teachers teaching sex education. That's the fault of their circumstances, whatever it is. But it's like
I
this is just another attack
I had
towards
a student in my class once get pregnant,
yeah, and it's
and that's
like
like getting maternity leave from ninth grade must be really fun.
yeah, and it's like and it's like you know people have this misconception. Like I've seen the documentaries where a 11-year-old has fallen pregnant, or a
Huh?
12-year-old is fallen pregnant by a 14-year-old, or an 11, or the youngest dad was 11 years old. So clearly, right, kids gonna have sex regardless of what age, right?
Yeah, and like the second they hit puberty, they can get pregnant.
Yeah, and obviously yes, more needs to be done. Is there more education that needs to be had? Of course, it's like with anything. But just sex
Yeah,
education needs to be updated to where they talk about more broader issues at play. Yes, but you can't just
yeah,
lump and say, "Oh, sex education is a psychological experiment," because it
and
isn't.
like we can't like first of all like in the younger ages, it's really like sex education is to make them aware of consent, and it's about making them like know like the boundaries and like that they need to be respected. And in then we start getting to like the if you stick the pit if you stick the dick like pussy, you're going to get pregnant. Uh, that's exactly how the sex education works.
Yeah,
Trust me, I'm a teacher. Uh, but like, if an 11-year-old fucks another 11-year-old, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. But if they do that and have no fucking knowledge about sex and have no knowledge about how to protect themselves, yeah, that's a bad thing. Because
yeah,
kids as young as 11 are going to fuck. Like whether the, whether because it's something they've heard about and want to do it, like it's like going out and have a drink. Like I got drunk the first time when I was 12. I had like I did amphetamines the first time I was 13. I fucked the first time I was 14 or 15. I genuinely don't remember which year it was, which is kind of fucking scary. And like that's also been my life since then. So, but like I was lucky enough to like have been told how to protect myself during these shit. And doing that isn't saying they should do it. It's saying that they will do it. And hey, they will, whether they should or not.
yeah. It's like, but the statutory guidance on relationships, sex and health education RSHE, RSHE is currently under review by the government, although no changes have been announced yet. Guidelines were brought into review in March 2023 after more than 50 Conservative MPs wrote to then Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, claiming that pupils were being exposed to inappropriate content and radical and unevidenced ideologies about sex and gender. First of all, sex and gender are completely fucking different. You total fucking brain dead morons. Your sex is your sex. Your gender is the one that fluctuates. It is fluid.
Yeah.
If there were only two sexes, right, there would only be male and female, but there isn't. You've got intersex people, you've got trans people.
Yeah.
If they didn't exist, right, then people would agree with you. Secondly, trans women know their biological, they know their biology. They're very aware. So if you say to a trans woman, oh, you're male, they understand their biological sex. They know. But what you fail to realize, because you're such a fucking stupid moron, is that trans people exist and have done so throughout history. Point down, I just explained that to you in very short sentences. How easy was that? Oh no, no one can change sex. Okay, here's a long list. Want more proof? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Immutable fucking.
Seriously.
Immutable, mutable shit.
Yeah, it drives me fucking nuts.
It's literally mutable.
Sex is, say with me, folks. Sex is bimodal. Bimodal. Not
oh, I did it. I said it with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. That's weird.
Sex is mutable, not immutable. If sex was immutable, then that would go along with there being only two sexes. Because there'll be a cutoff point.
Hormones?
Or there's more than two sexes.
Yeah.
Listen, I learned biology in secondary school, right? And I know quite a bit about biology. If I can grasp it, then so can you, but obviously you can't. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, but also like hormones changes every single sexual characteristic. I'm going to blow my brains out. Characteristic in the body, except for the chromosomes.
Yeah.
Like other than that, everything is fucking different with it. Like I'm reading up on it because like I have my hormones like standing right there.
Yeah.
And I also have like weirdly many needles now. I haven't started yet. I need to do a blood test to see what my levels are at right now first. And I'm doing that in the week that comes. But yeah, I'm studying hormones before the end of the year. But like they change the way that fat is redistributed in your body. They change the way they literally change how your cock functions. Like they functions differently all of a sudden. Like which is something that that's one of the things that I had to sort of overcome to be able to do hormones because like I'm kind of fond of how it has functioned because it has functioned really fucking well. Like I have slept with so many people, but yeah, everything changes except for your chromosomes, which no one knows. Like I don't know my chromosomes. You don't know yours. Nobody does.
No. And even if I didn't know my chromosomes, it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, no. And I probably don't if we going to look at the fact that I am fairly fucking androgynous and that I am way more feminine than any of the males in my family and like some of the women. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm
because I mean,
I'm
because
I
I'll just
might be intersex.
yeah, yeah. We don't know. Like,
Yeah.
because I could
I know
put
that I have
I
to,
I could put up a post tomorrow. Not that I would, because it's no one's business. But I could put up a post tomorrow, like, of my chromosomes, right?
yeah.
And no one will literally give a flying fuck. The only people who will give a flying fuck are TERFs, who will
Yeah.
still who will still misgender me. So what's the point?
That is still the funniest fucking thing.
I will still get misgendered. It's been a while, but there was a time where I was misgendered like upwards of like 30 times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
I have it
are
in
you
one of
fucking dumb? But yeah,
me
anyway,
shouting, what the fuck you get this trans more often than I do is a part of one of the like old clip shows that I
yeah.
did, like the highlight
Um,
reel.
yeah.
I think it's the one where I also accidentally like almost burnt down my flat in the background of everything going on. Like where I have to leave, like
Yeah.
no, I don't burn it. It was like yeah, because I heard my fire alarm go off in one of the videos and then just fucked off.
Yeah.
And then I come back and like, yeah, that was my fire alarm. And not
Yeah.
anything bad. It's just that it's been acting a bit weird since I almost burned the flat down a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, relationships education is compulsory for all primary school children, while relationships and sex education is mandatory secondary school pupils.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, Kate has called LGBTQ plus initiatives in schools disturbing. Why? Right, okay. I don't think we can completely blame the Conservative government for what happened. Kate said of a supposed lack of safeguarding. Maybe you and Kevin can buy a fucking
Yeah.
bomb
What does that even mean?
and live on an island. I don't fucking know.
We can't blame the conservative. What?
I don't know.
First of all, it's been a conservative government for a while.
Yeah.
But like, who is only blaming the fucking conservatives?
I don't
Who is
know.
saying it? Okay, I'm sorry. What British person right now is saying that Labour is like desirable?
Exactly. No one. Yeah, but
Yeah, they
the
could have
conserv
fucked themselves.
yeah, the Conservative and Labour are both as bad as each other. They're both as bad.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
supposed,
Labour is
supposed,
conservative wearing
yeah,
workers' clothes,
yep. Supposed lack of safeguarding. There's no lack of safeguarding. Like, what are
thereby
you talking about?
supposing.
Yeah, like, okay. In April,
Isn't that like her? Isn't that
yeah,
like her kind of admitting that it's bullshit? Like saying that she's just supposedly there.
yeah. In April, she spoke out against potential LGBTQ plus inclusivity schemes in schools, claiming it was disturbing to ask children if they were gay. First of all, you fucking moron. That never. You don't go up to a child at school and say, are you gay?" You
No, that's kind of
don't
what the
do
bully
that.
does.
And it's kind of you don't do that. That's just that you don't go to a completely anyway. Hates
No,
even
no
team.
teacher would do that.
Yeah,
Are you a little faggot?
I wouldn't put it past Kevin Lester to do that, but he's not
Okay,
even
yeah,
at
but
work
he's
again.
not a teacher anymore, is he?
No, he's not. Hates even
Sucks to suck,
teamed up.
bitch, baby.
Yeah, Hates even teamed up with Rosie Duffield, who recently resigned, the Labour whip, to oppose trans rights and ensure women's rights are protected at all costs. First of all, the rules are
Fuck
different.
off.
Women's rights,
That.
women's rights are protected. What you fail
Yeah.
to realise is that extends to trans people.
Yeah,
Trans
and
women
I'm
have
sure,
the
like,
same rights as you, as a cis
yeah,
woman. Your rights
and
have
also,
not
like,
been eroded.
even if even disregarding that, like, yeah, I'm sure it's 0.1% of the population that are trans that are fucking you over.
Yeah.
Not like the 50% that are dudes.
And I'm sure, because again, we have a hate watcher, hate watchers. I'm sure at some point someone will say, "You don't know anything about women's rights, you're a man." First of all, I'm a feminist. I'm not the feminist that fake lesbians and fake gay people say, because they're not feminists, right? I'm a feminist who's brought up by women. My dad wasn't in the picture,
Yeah.
so I was brought up by women, right? I want equal rights for women. Note I say
Yeah.
women, but I include trans women in that. So don't come at me saying, "Oh, because I'm a man, I don't understand," because that's bullshit. I don't understand, which is why I'm saying trans women are women. Because by
Yeah.
you saying that, you're actually hurting your own community. So before you come at me or come at Max, no, I don't think Max will give a shit. But before you come at me, like check yourself, because
And
otherwise I'll end up losing my shit on
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
on an upcoming episode where I
Yeah.
literally, probably go on for 40 minutes ranting and raving. So I don't want to do that. I want to like lead up to it. So check yourself.
Yeah. I kind of like it when I'm not the one who ends up in the weirdest fucking tangent ever for 20 minutes. But yeah, and if anyone want to come at me and say that I'm not a woman and I don't understand women's rights, know this: I'm a raging fucking misogynist, and the only reason I'm trans woman is because I want to show that I'm doing it better than you.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's that uh, article. So enough of that. I- I'm gonna. I did a thumbnail for this one. I'm gonna redo it. But I'm looking at an image of Elon Musk. Not looking his best.
Uh,
Yes. Elon Musk has again shared false information about trans people. This time after reposting a post on X about male and female pelvises. The right-wing tech billionaire and anti-trans pundit said a post on his X Twitter account responding to a museum exhibit showing the presumed difference between a female and male pelvis. In the post, which shows a metal ball the size of a baby's head moving through the whole of the pelvis, Musk, who has been said to have concerns about trans people's fertility, it's none of your fucking business, wrote that sex slash gender is literally true down to the bones. However, attempts to identify a person's sex based on skeletal structure have historically been labeled misleading by anthropologists.
oh,
Furthermore, there is little evidence about how hormone replacement therapy, a treatment trans people can undergo as a method of transition, affects bone structure. Cis people also use HRT as well, by the way, not just trans people, just putting it out there. The myth
yeah, and
became,
I just want to know how can it be this fucking bad?
I don't know, the myth became popularized by so-called gender-critical individuals following claims of a physical disparity between pelvic bones and those assigned male at birth and those that were assigned female. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. I'm I'm not technically straight, but anyway. Um, so you've got Helen Stanolan who wants to check people's penises before they enter a bathroom. You've got people checking.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird.
Yeah, you've got people investigating celebrities, saying that you know
Dylan Mulvaney was sexually
like
assist.
yeah Henry. You've got or they're saying that Henry Cavill is a woman when he's a man, and now you've got Elon corpse fucker Musk checking pelvises. Like what the fuck? What the hell
Let's
is
go
happening?
look at Elon Musk. I've been studying. Like, I'm sorry, I just need to like. Have you noticed that I've started sending that to him now? How fucking bored am I? Like because I've started like whenever I see someone AI editing a portrait of him, like AI editing a picture of him, I download that picture and then I just write poorly over it. I enjoy fucking corpses. I allegedly enjoy fucking corpses. Elon allegedly calls like Elon Musk, and then I just send it back at him
Yeah,
because he quotes tweets his own AI. He quotes his fans' AI art of
yeah,
him way too much. Like I wouldn't if he's more vain than me. He's more vain
yeah,
than I am,
yeah,
and that's fucking sad.
yeah. It is. But several experts, including Caroline Van Sickle, an associate professor and biological anthropologist at Des Moines University in Iowa, noted that professionals in the field never try to identify the sex of skeletons during their work. Not only is it unreliable and often attributed to inconclusive results, but there is also no way to identify intersex individuals who make up a portion of the population.
Uh,
The sexual dimorphism, the biological or physical differences between the sexes of species, is so slight in humans that a margin of error can be exceptionally high, making it less reliable. The idea that so-called female pelvic bones are specifically designed to give birth is also not strictly true. As others pointed out to Musk, caesarean sections often have to be performed during
yeah.
birth because of complications related to pelvic structure. One person responded on X, our first child had to be delivered by C-section because her head wasn't fitting through my wife's pelvis. They went on to joke, now I realise my wife is actually trans.
Yeah.
So, but knowing Musk, he probably won't listen to that. But that's that.
Um, he's such a piece of fucking shit, really.
Yep. Well, it's not
Like,
surprising.
just the no, but like remember, like he was loved by everyone. Like just a few years ago, he was loved by everyone, and
Yeah.
now he's ruined his fucking life. And like, you're not going like, look at him, he's not happy.
Yeah, the thing about Elon Musk is, and listen, there's nothing wrong in being weird, nothing. But he's kind of weird, and now we're just seeing
No,
the
I'm weird.
other side of him. Yeah, but I'm just saying,
No,
like,
no, he's super weird, but he doesn't want to admit it.
no,
Yeah,
right. This next
yeah.
one,
No, he's super weird.
yeah,
But like, it's about ownership. Like, I
yeah,
own my weirdness.
yeah, but
Mhm.
apparently, he went through a midlife crisis, and he's probably still in that. Anyway, he's trying to
Mhm.
still, you know, he recently attended a rally
Yeah.
with orange face Donald Trump, and Elon Musk said that
Oh,
if Donald Trump doesn't win, he, he's fucked, and that's what Elon Musk has said apparently. Which it would be because obviously he's
Elon Musk is fucked.
yeah, Elon Musk will be fucked apparently according to what he said if Donald Trump loses.
Good.
because he's one of Donald Trump's benefactors
Good.
because he's giving him a lot of money. So yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, well,
this
he
next
gave
one,
Twitter a lot of money and see how that turned out.
well, he fired half of the staff on his first day, so that went well. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
3%
yeah.
of
That's
high
like
school students
mesmerizingly
in
bad.
the US, yeah, now identify as transgender, according to the latest research. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention,
Cool.
CDC, first nationally representative survey about transgender students revealed that 3.3% of high school pupils, identified as trans last year, while 2.2% were questioning if they were transgender.
Yeah.
The study also highlighted health disparities faced by trans students, with almost 26% reporting that they had attempted suicide in the past year. Just 5% of cisgender male and 11% of cisgender female students had tried to take their own life. Findings
Aw.
called for more supportive environment for trans and questioning students. A high number of trans and questioning students surveyed were also found to have experienced feelings of sadness or hopelessness, with about 40% of them having been bullied at school.
I'm so sorry.
So
to-
yeah.
oh,
So I'm going to
oh,
put this out there.
that sucks.
Suicide is preventable. Readers who are affected by the issues raised in this story are encouraged to contact Samaritans on 116 123, samaritans.org, or Mind on 0300 123 3393. What I'll do when I do the description, I'll put phone numbers in there so
Yeah,
that you have them to hand. So yeah,
yeah. Please don't die yet.
yeah.
Anyone out there? Just like
Right,
wait a bit.
yeah. But I'm gonna speak.
I'm yeah, yeah. I just want to say like I just realized what I want to do like culture thing next week. I saw the TV Glow is now out on HBO.
Right, go. Okay.
And that is a fucking heavy film, but it's a great fucking film. And I kind of want to do a review of that. I just realized now.
Yeah, we
It
can
popped into,
definitely.
and I had to say it while I still remember this.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. I'll watch it over the weekend. But I'm just
I'll
gonna
rewatch it.
speed through this because I don't really want to
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
spend
yeah.
too much
I
time
just
on fucking Kemi Badenoch. Kemi Badenoch may have been Minister for Women and Equalities, but the Conservative Party leadership, hopeful, did nothing to advance the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans people during her time in government. In fact, many of her actions have made life worse for vulnerable minorities. Yeah, given which is weird, given she's in
yeah.
a minority herself, being a black woman. But anyway, whether it's blocking conversion therapy legislation or
Hey, gotta throw
spouting,
others under the bus.
or spouting damaging misinformation about trans identities, Badenoch positioned herself as one of the UK government's most vocal opponents to LGBTQ plus rights. Over the past few years, Kemi Badenoch ascended through the ranks of the Conservative Party from relatively quiet junior minister to one of the most prominent anti-trans voices. Yeah, only because she joined up with fucking Hillary Cass. In the UK government, she has made it abundantly clear on a number of occasions what her views are on LGBTQ plus issues, particularly trans rights. But comments she made in Parliament leave no room for doubt on her position. So, Cameron Badenoch met with the LGBT Alliance, which we already knew. While the LGBT Alliance denies it is transphobic, of course it would. The group, which was granted child
Yeah.
status in 2021, has been repeatedly condemned as a hate group by numerous commentators and LGBTQ plus advocacy groups, including Pride in London and Guardian columnist Owen Jones. At the time, a government spokesperson defended Badenoch's decision to meet with the LGBT Alliance, saying it was, entirely appropriate, and that views from all sides of the debate were heard. No, they weren't. The only views that were heard were LGBT Alliance's. You don't give a fuck about anyone else's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else but no, that's about it, because I can't be asked. But if you want to know more, I'll put it in the description along with the other articles. But I can't. But anything to do with our government, I can't be asked.
No, no,
Anyway,
no.
Chapel Rowan was accidentally confirmed as a future Drag Race guest judge.
Oh,
Um,
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I like how she refuses to. Like, I genuinely do believe that fans are the worst thing to ever happen to humanity. And I don't say you have to like share that view. Like I have, the reason that I have that view is because I had a stint with I was an e-celeb when I was younger, and I fucking hated it. I had like 4,000 readers when I was a teenager, and I hated everyone who read that so fucking much that I started like, I'm allergic to fan now. So seeing Chappelle Roan just like beating them down,
yeah,
what a fucking hero she is. I love her.
yeah, she
I
is.
have heard 0 songs she's done, but I love her.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
the
a
thing.
fan though.
Yeah. So apparently, she did an interview for a magazine, and
Yeah.
she was accidentally confirmed as a future Drag Race guest judge. So more trans
Yeah.
representation, which is good. Finally, though, this is one a a gay Holocaust survivor has taken to TikTok. She's 88 years old, by the way. With the
What?
help of her
Sorry, you were
grandchildren.
breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
A gay Holocaust survivor has taken to TikTok with the help of her grandchildren to slam wannabe dictator Donald Trump. 88-year-old Grandma
Cool.
Eli, a Holocaust survivor and a gay woman, began posting on TikTok last week, urging her followers not to vote for Republican hopeful Trump in November's presidential election, while sharing her artwork and collages. I've been around a long time and seen many crises, but never like this one in our country, she said in her first video. I want to talk to you, wonderful people, about how crucial the upcoming election is. As
Yeah.
far as I can see, there's really only one question to answer as we decide who do we want for our next president. Do we want to continue our democracy, civil liberties, and free elections? Or do we want a wannabe dictator by his own words who will go after our freedoms one by one, dismantle them, then take vengeance? Each of Grandma Eli's videos feature
I
a
know what I
poster
want.
she created on crucial issues facing Americans as they go to the polls, including reproductive rights and abortion, the lies told by Trump and Vance, and the use of terror and fear by dictators. There are so many lies being told by
Yeah.
Trump and Vance, the Statue of Liberty can't even believe it. She jokes. It's always someone else's fault to people like Hitler and Trump. never admit wrongdoing, certainly never accept blame. So yeah, so basically an 88-year-old
Yeah.
Holocaust survivor and gay woman totally annihilated Trump on TikTok.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
yeah.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah, so they were the stories for this week. After
Yeah.
a long introduction, which was needed. And so yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Hey, it's not 2 years. It's a 1 year anniversary. We
Yeah.
get to be indulgent today.
Exactly. So yeah, we will be back Monday. I will obviously send you a link and maybe a link.
Yeah.
And hope she turns up.
And I'll hit you up with the file as soon as I'm done
Yeah.
editing.
So yeah, you look forward to that. Obviously, we'll be back as normal next week as well with
Yeah.
our review. And yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
so,
if anyone out there hasn't seen I Saw the TV Glow, go watch it. It's absolutely fucking phenomenal.
yeah, I'll be
It's a heavy film. It's like you won't feel happy after it's over. It's not like Cecil B. Demented, which made you like, oh, like yeah, this leaves you with another feeling. But it's an absolute fucking masterpiece. And we're going to be talking about then how the fuck do people not read this as a trans allegory? Because I've seen people not do that, and I want to know what you think of that. But anyway, that's for next week.
yeah. So yeah, Monday a bonus episode.
Yeah. Oh, it will be a
Thursday,
fucking bonus. All right.
yeah. Thursday, Glow review.
Yeah.
And yeah, also, if you have any topics that you want us to cover, or if there's anything film related you want us to cover, then you can email us
Yeah.
in the subject header, type topic, and send it to the queergossippod@gmail.com. And it could be anything.
Yeah.
Or if you're brave and you want advice, then also put that in the subject. I don't know if you necessarily want
Yeah.
advice from us, but if you do, then go for it. But yeah, so
I
yeah,
actually have an idea that I'm going to start implementing. Anyway, I'm going to take advice. I'm going to take questions from advice columns, and I'm going to start answering them at the end of the episodes.
yeah, I could look on Reddit and I could.
I just want to see how my advice column would look
Yeah.
like. That's kind of what kind of fucking point? What tips would I give people?
Yeah, I might look on Reddit and see if I can find am I the arsehole Reddit posts specifically
Oh yeah.
LGBT related for
Oh
an
yeah.
episode.
Those are fun.
But yeah, so yeah, you've got 2 episodes coming up.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so hopefully
Yeah.
you'll enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. If you do, yeah, that makes sense. If you do drugs,
Okay, I'm really
obviously
fucking
stay.
tired. I shouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm gonna quickly end. No, not end. Stop recording.